Hello friends, this is Rita with Bloomstitch. Sorry for the glare here. So this is just going to be aiming for a quick video here. I wanted to show you a couple of rusting techniques. One of my earliest, if not my very first video, was about rusting pins and paper clips and such, and charms. And since then I'm constantly experimenting with different methods, researching YouTube videos on it, and this is two different methods that you see here. This pile right here is one, and then these three big paper clips are one different method. Now let me start with these three paper clips. So these were just regular metal paper clips that I've gotten at the dollar store, and this is what my first attempt yielded. And I'll tell you what this was. I cannot remember the YouTube channel where I found this method, and otherwise I would give her credit for it, but it was a home improvement channel, and she used it not on paper clips or charms or pins, but on a bigger piece of, she was making a base for vintage looking clock, I believe, and so it was for a bigger piece, and it looked really good. And I think it probably works better on a bigger piece like that, not on small clips and pins like this. But all it is, two items that you're gonna use: Mod Podge and cinnamon sprinkle. Just a sprinkly cinnamon. So all I did is just took my Mod Podge and brushed it on these paper clips, and you don't wait for it to dry. You just sprinkle it with cinnamon, and then again immediately go over it with Mod Podge again, and that's all I did. I just let it dry, and it gives it this gritty, hard texture, and it doesn't really even come off immediately. Once it dried and I went like this, it did come off a little bit, but then after that it didn't really come off. So I don't know, I think it works better on a bigger piece of whatever it is, a more of a solid piece, than on little things, because it cannot really cover these really thin wires on these paper clips. But I mean, it's not bad really. I'm gonna use them for something in one of my journals, I think. So again, it's just you go over it with Mod Podge with a brush, just cover these pins, sprinkle with cinnamon, and go over it with Mod Podge again, and then you let it dry. Now this second method, I've used different methods, and this seems to work the best for me. These were just shiny metal before. Again, these paper clips are kind of still shiny, but not that bad. And these were just shiny clips. Everything was really shiny, and these were shiny little safety pins, and look how nicely they turned out. So this method is basically just using, sorry for reaching here, you take a glass jar with a lid, you put your pins in it, and then you just cover it with white vinegar, just enough to cover the pins. Put white, oh, Nakaya wants out, that's one of my kitties. But anyways, let me go and let her out of the room, sorry. Okay, there you go, baby girl. Yeah. So I don't have this written down for you, so I'm gonna repeat this just a couple of times. But so you take that jar, put your pins in it, and then you put enough white vinegar just to cover it. I just use cheap white vinegar, doesn't matter what kind. And you add a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, just a little bit. I don't even know how much I put in there, maybe a teaspoon, between a teaspoon and a tablespoon. Maybe a tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide in there that you can get real cheap at Walmart or the dollar store. So you put that hydrogen peroxide in it and sprinkle a little bit of salt, not too much, in there, and shake it up. You put the lid on, and then you shake up the jar, and you let it sit for about 2 days. And then I just use the fork to take them out on this aluminum, really grungy cookie sheet, and let it dry. I actually use this to dry my papers, one of my little paper drying methods here, but that's why you see all this grunginess on this newspaper. So this is the result. Okay, I thought it was pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. So here's like a washer that was shiny before. It works better on the charms than it does on the paper clips, I think, because these, like these little butterflies, they were, like I said, really shiny, like silver looking shiny, and then now they turn out to be really, really grungy. So I even put in, see, I put them all together on a bob pin, little charm, and a button on a bob pin, and it aged the buttons too. So I got really good grunginess. Look at that yummy grunginess on that button. This is such a cute little charm. Look at that little umbrella. So again, this method, take the glass jar with a lid, put your pins in it, cover the pins with just enough white vinegar, just until it covers the pins. Put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide in it, a little bit of salt, put the lid on, shake it up, let it sit for 2 days. So the 3 ingredients: vinegar, hydrogen peroxide, and salt. And after 2 days, let them take them out and let them sit. And that being in the air is what's really going to give you that really good result at the end. Look at the various, I don't know if the camera picks this up, but I just love the shading, the different colors, almost like a bluish tint to it on this little umbrella. I think it's just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So let me just see, hold on a second, if I can show you, I don't have it up here, what they were originally, what they looked like originally, but they were just really, really shiny. That's all I can say. So this is again the result. I hope it shows up good, and thank you so much, and peace out.